10th. Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion, comments? Okay, all those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 6, review and approval of road district transfer and appropriation. They are moving $25,000 from contingency to equipment and maintenance. Motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
I'll second.
Discussion, questions, comments? All right, Tony, whenever you're ready, can I get a roll call, please?
Tim Parrish,
Yes.
Joanna Donahue,
Here.
Rob Parrish,
Yes.
Karen Sinus,
Yes.
Lita Drain,
Yes, motion carries. Next, we've got a couple, we've got town fund, 2 appropriations. The first one is $40 from maintenance to car expense. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
Questions, comments? Whenever you're ready. I know it's going fast, take your time.
Rob Parrish,
Yes.
Tim Parrish,
Yes.
Joanna Donahue,
Yes.
Karen Sinus,
Yes.
Lita Drain,
Yes, motion carries. The second budget appropriation is again from maintenance, $260, moved over to telephone.
I'll make the motion.
Second,
Second.
questions, comments? Seeing none, roll call whenever you're ready. Joni, please.
Karen Sinus,
Yes.
Joanna Donahue,
Yes.
Rob Parrish,
Yes.
Tim Parrish,
Yes.
Lita Drain,
Yes, motion carries, thank you. All right, number, what are we on? Number 8. Township warrants for approval in the amount of $27,658.45.
So moved.
Second.
Questions, comments?
That legal bill that we had, that's the updated one that you called about the
It's the
questions?
balance due. Mhm.
Okay. Do we get a response from some of those?
Yeah, I have questions on that.
Awesome.
So the first answer to my question was Attorney Ryan Farrell and Trustee Parrish. You had a 2-hour conversation with them?
What?
The line item was for 2 hours. And her response was discussions had taken place between Attorney Ryan Farrell and Trustee T. Parrish regarding legal counsel for this matter.
Not 2 hours. What day are you looking at?
That is the first line item on the original bill.
What do I have?
The original bill should be attached to the. You have it right there. The first line item, 2 hours.
This right here,
I can't see that
it
far.
says attendance in a special meeting.
Well, this is her response, I'm reading her response.
Okay, that's what I was asking, what the date was.
That's, my question to her was, she's answering that line item. That's her answer.
Okay. So was she billing us for coming to that meeting?
She did not say that. She said it was discussions that had taken place between Attorney Ryan Farrell and Trustee Parrish regarding legal counsel for this matter.
Not even close to 2 hours. I mean, not even.
And what was the date?
She didn't give me any dates.
Well, was this before they were retained?
Yeah. So
Yes.
So, no. I mean, can they bill us before they were retained?
I talked to an attorney too. He didn't bill us. So are we saying no to the 2 hours? Well, we can continue. So number 1, no one agrees on. Number 2, my second question, oh crap, you know what I don't have? Oh, yes, I do.
I don't know.
So my first question to her was, are you confused?
I am, because I don't know where you're drawing the questions off of, because I have.
Okay, on 12-2, my questions aren't on there.
Oh,
My questions are the ones from the last meeting that I went through. There were, I think, 11 of them.
right.
So her response, there were 11 of them. Her response was 1 through 11.
No, no, not at all.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right, if you just give me the date, then I can see what
I
the
just
bill
don't-
says.
Okay, so 12-2,
Right. We have attendance in the meeting 2 hours.
yes. And her response was, Tim talked to Ryan Farrow. Doesn't say anything about attendance at a special
December
meeting.
second, you said?
Yes.
Yes.
What was the date of our special meeting?
Our special meeting?
Yeah.
Which one?
When
Okay.
Brandy came.
The
I can-
second.
But she still wasn't hired till the end of the meeting, it was the last thing we did.
That's correct. My second question was 12-8, the first 12-8, prepare for and attend meeting with client, review issues, work, and agenda. This is for attorney David McCardle's time entry for a telephone conference with trustee R. Parrish.
The 8th.
It's Wednesday.
I had a conversation with him, it wasn't an hour and a half.
Okay, let's just go through and then you guys tell me what you wanna do with this. Number 3 is for second 12-8. This is my time entry, meaning Brandy, or, Brandy, I always call her Brady. Now I call her Ryan, it doesn't sound right. This is my time entry for the telephone meeting with trustee R. Parrish.
So she's charging us for the conversation she's gonna have with me.
Yes. I don't know how much time was spent. McCardle's time is an hour and a half, and her time is 2 hours. I don't know what portion of that was conversation with you.
At most, it was 15 minutes with McCardle.
Number 4 would be 12-9. This is Attorney McCardle's time entry for an in-person meeting with trustees R. Parrish and Donahue. Our firm had previously researched municipalities objecting to the shift in funds from general road fund to the road and bridge fund rather than researching the issues again. Previous research was reviewed.
What's the time that she said?
2 hours.
I mean, why are we researching that?
I asked them to look into how McHenry Township's lawsuit played out. Whether it took them 2 hours to read that brief, I don't know.
But how is that a bearing on this case? That was
'Cause it
dismissed,
set a precedent, that would have set a precedent, and then,
but it was dismissed on, there was never a ruling on it.
I asked him to look into it. If it took him 2 hours, I don't know. I
Okay.
mean, it could have been a situation that the case would have been dropped at that moment.
This is the 9th, is that what we're on?
9th, the second 9th. That was which one? This is my time entry for an in-person meeting with trustee R. Parrish and Donahue again.
We were only there once.
Yeah, we were there for,
We were there for
I'm
20 minutes.
so that's five and a quarter hours she
Mhm.
is prepping for that.
Number 6 on 12-10. This is not a duplication. It is for additional correspondence received reporting on Attorney Cahill's attendance. I don't know what that means. Number 7 7 is on the 13th. Trustees R. Parrish and T. Parrish. We're going out of town for the holidays. There was some communication regarding the potential for an evidentiary hearing in court on the matter, as procedurally the status was still not clear. The testimony likely would have been about what happened and why. I don't understand that at
How
all.
much did she bill for that?
Quarter hour. I would agree with that because we both were leaving town and we had concerns of us having to be subpoenaed and attending court. I mean, we
What-
were subpoenaed.
My conversation probably 1 minute long maybe, but
You were subpoenaed?
no. So because we were leaving, we wanted to make sure that if we needed to stay back.
We didn't have to stay for court.
Right. Well, I was out of town too.
Evidentiary
Right.
hearing is?
But I just called
Isn't
Leah.
that evidence?
It's
Um,
in case there was a trial, I guess. If witnesses would need to be presented at trial, I guess.
Okay, why only you two? Any clue?
I called her and asked her,
You called her and asked her.
right, do I have to be in court tomorrow?
Okay.
I will not be in town.
Number 8 is, what's number 8?
Well, you were on 12/13 before this.
Oh, 12:15. In their office conference reference Northwest Herald. There were no discussions with the Northwest Herald, and because of this, I did not notify the board unnecessarily. I received a voicemail and had an interconference discussion exploring whether media coverage could be beneficial. Number 9 is the 19th. Trustee R. Parrish provided a copy of a Rule 23 opinion relating to the issues of the case. The Rule 23 opinion is a court opinion that is issued but generally may not be cited for precedence. A copy of the opinion is attached. Is that true and correct?
That is true and correct. I found a case in southern Illinois in which the same situation that we found ourselves in, they had a ruling on
But that was for budget, not levy.
it. Right. I asked her to look into it.
Was it the Brighton Township case?
Yes.
Yeah, I gave that to her when she was here.
So wait, how much did she charge for that then?
Half hour.
But if you already gave it to her, wouldn't she have already researched it then?
I don't know.
What'd you say, 30 minutes?
Yes.
My next questions were on the 21st for court appearances. These are not duplication, as there were 2 attorneys present at the court hearing. The first is Attorney McCardle's time, the second is my time. We contacted Trustee R. Parrish to confirm a majority of the board would not want an opportunity to testify.
She did call me and ask me that. I said, nope, the attorney's gonna represent us and give us a,
I thought they called you to see if that we were losing, and,
they did the last day.
oh, that was what my question was with her. I would have liked to know why they called you while I was sitting there.
I don't know. McCardle called me and said, this is not going well. I would like your permission to go ahead and shut it down. I said, if it's not going well.
Why
yes.
were you the chosen spokesperson?
I have no idea why he called me.
Because on the 8th, on the 10th, I asked for the course of action. I got no response. And there's all this stuff going on that myself and Karen were no one ever told us anything.
Right?
I think that's poor judgment on behalf of this board. It cost us additional monies, and I hope we don't continue this kind of practice. We are a 5-person board,
Right?
not a 3-person board. And at the end of the day, I had to sign the order, and I knew nothing of this activity taking place. I find it very disappointing.
Well, the first thing we talked about here the day that we hired her is the concerns with open meeting acts. So I only responded when somebody called me.
Right, but Brittany, or
But I
Brandy.
can't put you on the phone conversation when I have a phone conversation when the attorney calls me.
But I could be aware of it afterwards.
Two people can talk. Two board members can talk.
And Brandy was given an email that I would be the main contact. I asked course of action, I've asked other things, and I got
I
no
remember that. I
response.
remember here that the
No
emails are
response.
supposed to go through you, go to you, and all of us
Right.
CC'd in it, blind CC'd on it, and
Right.
nobody's supposed to answer it.
Right. And when
So
I
when the
asked
attorney calls me, how do I call you then?
why, well,
I have no idea if
Email.
they're calling you either, or they're calling her, or they're calling him, or calling you guys. I have no idea who they're calling.
Well,
When they have
when
additional
you ask,
conversations.
when you have these questions with this, why don't you go through me to go to her?
I don't know.
Then I
When
wanna
I found the
know.
Brighton Township by myself, I figured, I lobbed it out there, I sent them to by an email, would
Right.
you at least look into this? Well, there was a half hour that I validate
Right.
that they,
I know, but she should have actually told you, Scott already gave me this. I mean, I feel like that's a duplication. I mean, she had it before, in the beginning, right, Scott?
I think a lot of these charges could have been avoided if we had better communication. And if we followed what we approved and that it was gonna go through me, and she could have gone through me, and when I asked her why not, she said you were the point of contact.
You, your email says you are.
Well, I told her that on the 10th. So I'm just voicing my concerns. I don't like it, I don't like the way it was
well, I
done.
apologize when they call me and I answer the questions or I ask them additional questions.
But you also brought up a lot of calls to them and instigated meetings
The
with them.
Brighton Township thing.
Right, well, and
Right.
prior to that, you called McCardle, you called and met with both of them. I would have loved to known the course of action. It wasn't given to me till the order was done.
Okay, but I don't know any conversations anybody had with you at all, whether they're by phone, both by phone or
And that's the
voicemail.
point why we were gonna go through me,
I
so we
understand that,
all knew
everything
what
should
was
have been
going
done
on.
by email, you and
Absolutely,
here.
absolutely, and
But
you
I
should
saw
have
no
gone
correspondence
through,
from her to you at
you
all.
should have gone through me and I would have gone through her. So we would all know what was going on, cause that's what we agreed to. So, that's my opinion on this, and I don't know what you guys wanna do about paying. You guys have to confirm what happened, cause I wasn't there.
Well, the one I have the biggest concern about is the first one, the 2 hours, that's pretty much a bill before they were retained.
I would agree.
I would agree.
It was a minute, 2-minute long conversation, maybe.
And anytime I've
Gauging
ever
interest.
retained an attorney, your initial consult is 99.
Like I said,
Mine's always been free, then.
I talked to a couple attorneys, they didn't send me a bill, so.
So I definitely wanna hold that out.
How many hours did you pay them already?
We paid half the
We
bill.
paid half the bill.
So you paid 32.10.
I
No,
didn't
we
add
paid-
the hours.
What was the total bill? It was
12,071
So we paid
dollars and 46
six something.
We paid 6 flat. We have a balance of $6,071.46 due.
I make a motion, we discount the bill by 2 hours to the attorneys for the consultation that happened before they were ever hired. And I say we pay the additional 30.1 hours that's left in the bill. So that makes the total 62.20, not 64.20.
Second that, when I look into that 2-hour bill, are you gonna do that, Lita, or you want me to do that? I just don't wanna get billed again for inquiring on the bill.
No, I'll attach a memo with the invoice, I won't even call.
Yeah, strike 12/2/21.
So we're taking off $370 from the bill, balance remaining. Is that what your motion is?
To remove the 2 hours from 12/2/21.
6071.46 minus 370. So that gives us a balance of, that can't be right, what the heck am I doing? 6071.46 minus 370. Why am I like brain farting? I I just right. So the amended bill would be 5,701.46
The balance,
balance.
yes.
All right. Did you get a second?
No, yes,
Yeah,
let's
Tim,
stop for one moment, please.
Yeah. Tim, didn't you second?
We have a motion for the township warrants. Now, we have a motion.
Is the motion to pay all the bills except for the 2 hours? Keep it simpler.
Yeah, 12/2/21.
Okay, so hold on.
So you're gonna, it's so,
Minus.
2 hours, so then,
Okay, so we have the first is, no,
Rob.
so this one is no longer?
Yep.
10.
Yep.
So we can do a roll call on this Rob's motion when you're ready, Joni. Any other discussions on the town bills?
Okay, Johanna Donahue?
Yes.
Karen Tinus?
Yes.
Rod Parrish?
Yes.
Tim Parrish?
Yes.
Lita Green?
No. Motion carries. Here's my agenda. I lost it.
You want mine? We're on number 9.
Where should I do it?
Never mind.
Thanks.
Road district warrants.
All right, number 9, road district warrants for approval for payment in the amount of, no, I'm all discombobulated. Give me 1 second, I'm sorry. Too many papers. In the amount of $191,056.94.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
discussion, comments?
A lot of culverts, but he's not here, so.
Right. If we had a question, who would answer it today? I mean, Mr. Kelly is here representing somebody.
I don't think Mr. Kelly is aware of all the invoices or bills, so. All right, seeing no further discussion, roll call whenever you're ready, Joni, please.
Tim Parrish?
Yes.
Johanna Donahue?
Yes.
Rod Parrish?
Yes.
Karen Tinus?
Yes.
Lita Green?
Yes, motion carries. Number 10, approval of the April 12, 22 annual town meeting agenda and notice.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
discussion, comments?
It's April 12th, is this? Oh, yeah.
Tuesday,
So the town meeting is at 7 and then the regular meeting will be at what, 7:30, 7:15?
7:15.
Okay.
There's not much on the agenda. Joni didn't receive any additional requests to add to the agenda, so I would assume it will be our normal 5-minute.
You wanna start the regular meeting 7:15?
Yeah.
And we have a mediator?
Yes, Joe.
Joe.
It's already been contacted by Joni. This isn't voting, this is just all in favor.
Yes.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 11, ordinance number 03102201, abating $50,000 from the town fund back to the taxpayers.
So moved.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second,
I'll second.
discussion, comments? You guys are easy tonight.
Good stuff.
Joni, whenever you're ready.
Karen Tinus?
Yes.
Johanna Donahue?
Yes.
Tim Parrish?
Yes.
Rod Parrish?
Yes.
Lita Green?
Yes, motion carries. Number 12, ordinance 03102202, abating the full general assistance fund of $32,000 for the tax year 22-23.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
discussion, comments?
You don't have enough in there?
I have
Just
plenty.
not knowing what's coming?
I have plenty in there. I wanted to do more, but I can't do more than the levy.
Oh. Okay, Then I'm good.
Whenever you're caught up, Joni, roll call, please.
Joanna Donahue?
Yes.
Karen Sinus?
Yes.
Tim Parrish?
Yes.
Rob Parrish?
Yes.
Rita Drain?
Yes, motion carries. New business, I got the window quote, it's 11,000, I didn't add it to the agenda, my error, so obviously we can't vote on it tonight. 11,185 for 5 windows down here.
Those are
Same thing as
scheduled.
upstairs, I didn't ask, I haven't had time to reach out to him since I got the quote. Took him a while to get it. We can't do anything, right? So, I will work on him, get a schedule going, and I'll put it on the agenda next month for approval. Any other new business?
Do you have any idea what that window, what it averaged out per window last time? I'm just curious.
I'd have to look.
Right.
I know,
I thought last time we bid it, we were doing the whole building. I was surprised when we didn't do it, but I'm fine with it. It's gonna cost us
yeah, I don't remember.
200.
I'm pretty sure I have it's broken down per window.
Right. I'm just curious what the cost increase was going from last year to this year, because everything's nuts.
I'll know for you next month.
Great.
Any old business? Number 7, blah, blah, blah. Number 14, any old business?
I have a question. I don't know if this is the time to ask, but it was in regards to the meeting that we had last week. Do I ask it now, or do you want me to ask? So when we did the budget workshop last year that I came to, we had it in your office.
Mhm.
And so I guess my question is it always open?
Yes. It was up in my office last year because this was booked.
Got it. Okay, so it's always open. And then how come there's an attorney and a recorder here? Just because I've not been to it
You'd
before.
have to ask Mike.
So he is paying for an attorney and a recorder to come to
Yes.
all our meetings?
Not to, I don't know.
But whenever they decide to come?
When he feels it's,
Necessary?
when he wants it, I guess, yeah, it's up to him.
Okay, so
I
that's
have
not on
nothing-
us?
I have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I didn't think we did. I wasn't sure because I'm sorry, I was kind of discombobulated last week because I came in and there were so many people, so I didn't know if moving forward, if that's something, if it's always open and there could be a recorder.
Always open,
Okay.
could be anybody in the world here.
Okay, it's just was curious. Thank you.
Sure. Any other old business? Number 15, public comment, no comment. Number 16, all I have to say is reiterate that I hope we can, remember this is a 5-person board, work together, my door is always open, anytime. You all have, if not, ask me for it, my cell phone number. We have to work better together, I feel. That's all I've got. Joni?
Edna?
No Mike, no Mark. Karen?
I'm good. I mean, I just kind of feel the same. I mean, we're all here to do the same thing, so hopefully there's no more lawsuits and this won't be an issue. But yeah, I don't want it to be hard. I want it to be easier.
I just apologize for being late.
10?
Yeah, it's first and foremost, I apologize, I didn't say that right away, but I am sorry that I wasn't here at 6:30.
Yep.
Secondly was, I get what you're saying with the lawsuit and everything, but that's uncharted water for all of us. And I just assume, and I'm sure other members of the board, I'm speaking for them, I guess, and they can correct me on this. If they're communicating with one of us, I figured they'd be communicating with you as well. So I guess I took that for granted, but I agree with you wholeheartedly that working together as 5 here is important. And the last board that was here, and I was on that board, with the former supervisor, didn't work that well together. And for case in point was an appointment of a trustee, completely blindsided, and I never want to go there again. And Karen may remember this, I'm
I
sure.
do.
We went out of closed session, that another trustee was gonna be appointed. And the trustee that was gonna be appointed was a neutral mind, and when we came out of executive session, the supervisor that was in place, not you, Lita, mind you, because you've done a phenomenal job, took that on himself to appoint another trustee. outside of what the work we had done in the executive session, and I never want to go there again. So I respect exactly what you're saying. I think we do work well together. I think this one situation, you can't pull that out of the collective work we've done together. And you've done a great job. I mean, the abatement's just now amazing. So,
Can I say one thing? And I don't want to dwell on this. First of all, I'm an open and shut case. I work for this township. But we also had an agreement in an executive session that we didn't adhere to, and that is what bothers me. So I feel the same way you do about that situation, just to put perspective for you. And I don't want 3 years of that.
no, and I'm with
I
you.
think we've done some great things. I don't know how much more we can abate or cut our budgets, but it needs to continue on this path and stay on this path, and open communication. And like I said, my door is always, always open.
Right, and I respect that. So the example I used was a blatant misdirection,
Okay?
whereas in this, I would just assume it was a mistake on the point that I just assumed myself. And I was in Florida at the time, and I just assumed communication was happening to you, to you, to you, to you, and I'm sure they all thought the same. I mean, that's
Well,
not what we were looking
let's
to do.
just stay on
I
top.
had no communication.
Let's
with
just
her.
hope this doesn't happen again anyways.
Yeah, I don't think
I
it's
just,
going to.
I just found it very sneaky, was the way I took it. Rob?
I would agree that I assumed the circulation of information was going via email to all of us to see. Some of those bills that are on there about me, they called me. Why they chose me, I don't know. You know, when he called me from court, I would assume he had a conversation with you prior, or
No.
you guys had.
Sitting right there.
Right, but he calls
That just
me and
blows my mind.
he says, this isn't going well, I see you guys losing, what do you wanna do about it? And I'm like, well, just get the hell out of it and
Well, it
close
was
it
up to the judge, it wasn't even up to you, why is he calling you?
I have no idea.
I
I'm
don't-
not an
I'm just-
attorney, I don't go to court, I don't break the law, so the way court systems work, I don't know, he called me, he says, we're in recess or something, and,
Yeah, you had to go read the order, cause he didn't receive it in time, Judge Camille.
so the
Anyways.
only one that I'm guilty of is actually going to their office when they invited me. Why they didn't invite you, I don't know. I don't know who was gonna be there. She showed up, he wasn't there, he was in Florida, I assumed you guys were invited, I have no idea.
Couldn't only 2 people be there?
Think
Scott?
of it from
Yeah.
my perspective.
I understand that.
I emailed our attorney and said, what is our course of action? Silence. I get a bill where everyone's going but me and Karen.
Right.
I understand the,
And me.
the,
And me,
And
I was
you.
in Florida.
and the, whatever it's called, cause now I can't think of it.
Every one of those conversations with me was them calling me.
Just understand my point.
I understand, you're pissed because
I'm pissed
it was
because a
going
lot
around
was
you,
done
and I wasn't
and I
intentionally
wasn't
going
known.
around you.
It appears that way. I'm addressing
telling you
it
it's
like
not.
I should.
You should, I
And
agree
like,
with you.
it's my responsibility and my duty to do.
Totally agree with you, but there was no intentional going around
Okay.
you. The
Let's
only
move-
thing I sent that I probably should have said, everybody should have saw, was that Brighton Township. Because somebody
Right.
gave it to me and showed me this is the same situation you guys are in. So the person that sent it to me, I just forwarded right on to them.
That's
and said,
fine.
can you look into this? So
That's fine.
They charged us a half hour for that.
You guys, I
if you want me to
read
pay the
a
half hour, I'll pay the half
boatload
hour.
on the codes. I'm not saying I'm an attorney, Lord knows, there's a lot of rabbit holes in that code. But I think some of this could have been discussed without the attorney,
Or appointment.
or had a course of action amongst 1 or 2 of us and carried on, however, where we don't break the Open Meetings Act. And I don't want to dwell on this, I just want to make my point. It's my duty to watch the funds. We did it. We just did it, for whoever reasons or whatever, whether it's the attorney or whatever, we didn't do it, we failed.
Right, I can't validate the numbers they have in there per hours, because my understanding, when they called me, it was less than
Right.
2 minutes of discussion each time.
Right.
And how they're saying that they charged us for 2 hours for
Right.
2 minutes of conversation.
Well, and that's how we failed, because we didn't, we just did, and I don't want it to happen again, that's all I'm saying.
I totally understand it, I understand your viewpoint of, you're the point of the
I'm the
whole
one who has to
township.
sign the order,
Right, right,
so,
Understand.
being disregarded by whomever was wrong.
okay, it was not by me. If
Well.
they, for some reason, McCardle and Brandy called me, I don't understand why.
Wow.
Because I sat in the same meeting you guys did, and that's the
Yeah.
first time I've had any
Yeah.
discussion with her about
And the
how we're
responses
gonna
were
proceed.
very poor. I'm very disappointed on how this all played out. So, I've said it.
Okay.
Let's not let it happen again.
Right.
Are we
Well,
done?
we had a budget workshop last week, and it was also to my surprise how many people showed up. It was also to my surprise that he brought an attorney and he brought a court reporter. And the more I think about it, there is a line, and Scott maybe even find it for us, that says that we are allowed to approve any part of a budget that we deem necessary. So I think they thought that I was gonna use that line
Could be.
last week, and that's why he sent all those people. So now we paid for an attorney again today to show up to hear what any of us had to say. And I don't understand the court reporter at all. I mean, Joni takes decent minutes. I mean,
I have
does he
no-
dot
It's
the
all
i's?
recorded anyway. It's all recorded.
Right, I understand that.
I don't know.
That was my
That's just-
question, I
that's
didn't
just-
understand.
that's-
His door's always open too.
I know, but he, I'll continue on that, and I voted yes to his levy and budget appropriations, but I don't agree with it. I think you could do it for $200,000, $300,000 less and get the same services. But that's my right, I can say that, but I chose to vote yes, I could have said no. So, I think there's a major thing that's going on down there with those intergovernmental agreements, and we're all gonna pay a good fare of our own money to help all these other people. Because diesel fuel's going up 20%, liquid asphalt's going up 20%, and he's already dialed into a contract with somebody that they're paying labor and materials. Now the materials cost more. And then the amount of, the wear and tear that's on our equipment accumulates, and we carry that cost too, which I don't think any of that's figured into his intergovernmental agreements. So, I know, he's not here.
Well, go see him.
No, I have talked to him before. Doesn't go anywhere.
Anything else? Anybody?
That's it. I apologize for being late. I would've been here a little quicker, but got to see the train go this way and go this way.
All right, number 17, motion to, what?
That happened, trying
Oh.
to get across the tracks to get to.
I thought I was forgetting something.
That's right, because they switched trains
Yeah.
right in front of you.
Yeah, right there.
Number 17, motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank
The
you.
legal bill is not in this, the right stack the right way. I don't know where it went in
It's
there,
in the
but
bottom
about
of the town bills,
It's-
the very bottom.
Just for the record, I'm gonna leave the tape on for this. I was upset that one meeting because the public hit it and they were all over the place. If they're out every here and there, that's fine.
oh,
But when I wasn't attending the meetings and they
Lee
were
was in charge?
strewn, yeah, they came back all over